What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Dave's Dungeon. I'm your host, Dungeon Master Dave, and I am back with a new channel update. Welcome back to the Fireside vlog. Now, today, wearing my Weeping Angel t-shirt to bring you a little bit of rough news, a little bit of tough news, a little bit of things going on with YouTube itself. And if you haven't heard already, YouTube's in a little bit of trouble. I'm, of course, talking about the Federal Trade Commission's law, COPPA, or the Child Online Privacy Protection Act. Now, this is a law from 1998. It was originally created to make sure that children's data is secured and protected from people who want to abuse it, get a hold of it, whatnot. But in 2013 or 2008, I don't remember. The stories are a little conflicting on this. It was updated for the internet. Ta-ta-da-da! This whole magical place that we love to play around in and make jokes and memes and videos and everything else. Federal government went, hey, websites, you can't be collecting children's information. Initially, that was not a problem, but then it was updated for web cookies. So, the things that tell Facebook, hey, he's been looking at books, maybe put book ads on his Facebook, or Twitter putting up ads about stuff you just spoke about. That uncanny thing that tends to happen. That's from web cookies. That's from you going online and looking at things, and then the website gets a hold of that data and markets to you using that. Well, the FTC just said, hey, internet websites cannot use those for children. If you're collecting that information, you have to stop. Well, turns out, damn it, YouTube. YouTube has been using that data, and for children as young as 2. And there was a big old thing in 2018, 2016, where YouTube got into a lawsuit with the FTC because they were behind the scenes talking about having access to children's data and marketing to companies like Hasbro and toy companies. And the FTC found out. The FTC got wind of it and fined them, or took them to court. Well, YouTube settled for $170 million. Okay, 170M. And has now put in a new system where if you are a content creator, you cannot make children's content without marking it as such. You either have to say, yes, this is a video made for kids, or no, this is not made for kids at all. And because of that, if you mark a video as made for kids, you lose the ability to make playlists of that information or of those videos. You lose info cards, you lose all targeted marketing, ads, whatnot, and the such. So basically it becomes a video out there in the ether for kids to find. But no comments on it, no playlists. You're going to have a hard time getting any of that, and that's going to start January 1st. We just found out about this in the very end of November, and now as of January, or it's actually December the 8th, which is coming probably starting next week. We're gonna lose all that. All that's gonna kick into effect, and that's gonna happen. Now, what's kids content? That's anything marketed to children under the age, or people under the age of 13. Now you're going, Dave, you play adult video games. You play the gory stuff. You play the stuff, and you know you don't have ads. You shouldn't be worried. And part of that's true. Part of it is I am a small fish in a very big pond, and because of that, I'm not monetized. So that's one protection for me. Another thing is the content I make is decidedly not kid friendly. Not only do I have a bit of a foul mouth, but the content that's on here is full of gore and violence, and it's definitely not rated for kids. And as such, I've started to put warnings on the fronts of my videos or somewhere in there that if you're a child and you're watching my content, you shouldn't be. You should be somewhere else. Um, but that doesn't mean that in the future I won't be monetized. You know, as the channel grows, I'm only doing this now to start this community to create for you guys so that we can share in the adventures, so that you and me can build a family and build a home for older people who like video games, you know, for people who enjoy role playing games and who enjoy video games video games for the adventure. You know, that's why I'm not playing Fortnite or Call of Duty or Overwatch. You know, those will never be on the channel because where's the story? Where's the adventure? That's just shoot a man, kill a dude. Can't. I don't dig those. But um, that doesn't mean in the future that we won't hit a place where I can start to monetize the channel. That doesn't mean that for our content sometimes isn't marketed to like for everyone. I've actually went through the channel and made sure that the content's fine. But then I looked at the ESRB ratings on the games we're playing, just as a precaution, as a way to monitor whether the games fulfill the sort of requirements of kid-friendly content or not, because video games are listed in the FTC's law as like child content, as things that can be considered for kids. Um, and I went and looked at sort of what agencies and other things you could use to check if your content was for kids or not. And the FTC really likes the ESRB. So I have taken it upon myself to review whether these games I've been playing are rated for teens or not. And the only series I've found is Secret of Mana. So from now on, just to be safe, Secret of Mana will be marked as for kids. And I'm going to try to keep my cursing to a minimum because I don't want to expose kids to, that kind of thing. I don't want to expose kids to vulgarity and foul language. And while it is rated for everyone, which is 10 plus, as the SRB kind of notes it, I don't want to take the chance. I don't need to take the chance because, as it turns out, if your videos are marked as not for kids and the FTC decides that yes, they are in fact made for kids, and they find you in violation of the order, you're fined $42,530 for something that I'm doing as for fun, for something that I don't have $42,530 of video. Yeah, get that. It's per violation, which means per video. Dungeon Master Dave ain't got that kind of money. Does not have that kind of liability. does not have the liability to get a lawyer in case that happens. Okay? So I'm not going to take a chance. So for those of you who are enjoying Secret of Mana, you're just going to have to catch my notifications. And not the YouTube ones. You're probably going to stop getting YouTube notifications as of December the 8th or January 1st. I know that sucks. But I'm going to continue playing the game. I don't care. It's something I enjoy. It's another journey that we all enjoy having. And I don't think it'll be too much of a problem to have one series marked as for kids. Now, I'm going to limit what series are for kids in the future. I'm going to make sure those are kept to a bare minimum, and that sucks because, again, that's another editing of our exploration. That's another censorship, if you will. Now, we're supposed to have the ability to make mixed content, and we're supposed to be safe, but YouTube decided, in its infinite wisdom, to make their choice of marking binary. You can't say, oh, this is for a mixed audience, so I should be okay. Which the law itself says you can state. But because we're either stating yes or no, we're a little bit more liable. Which sucks. Which sucks pretty bad. But there is something you can do if you feel like it. And I've already done it myself. As a creator, I felt I had to. There's a petition, and there is still time to take comments up until December the 8th. I'm going to post those links in the description of this video so that you guys can do so if you choose to. Be respectful. Please don't get on there and go, you guys are a bunch of assholes. Don't do that, please. For us, for if you enjoy YouTube content, don't get on there and do that. Your favorite YouTubers, the guys bigger than me, are going to get hit with this if they're not marking their videos correctly. The guys that you like, the PewDiePies, the Markipliers, the Jacksepticeyes, they're going to have videos that are more kid friendly that they're going to get hit for, whether they're cursing in them or not. That's what's going to happen. They're going to catch fines if they're not careful, if they haven't already consulted a lawyer and figured out which videos need to be marked as such and whatnot. So do it for them. If you don't want to do it for me, do it for them. Do it for the content creators that are going to get hit and going to get hit hard. I mean, toy channels where adult toy collectors are looking at stuff and collecting toys to show off to just everyone, those channels are probably going to go away because they can't market them. They can't continue to say that it's viable to create that content. The Lego guys, all the Lego channels are gone. They're going to be so just destroyed, and it's going to be bad because their content, it specifically is made of toys, and they're going to be more family friendly. So whether they're going to say a curse word or two or not, they're going to have trouble marketing those videos as anything but for kids. So you're going to see this as a problem. It's something that's going to come about as of January 1st, and the FTC's already said it. The FTC put out a blanket press conference statement where they went after everybody. And they said, well, not only will we go after YouTube, but we're going to go after creators. And they even made the analogy that it's going to be like shooting fish in a barrel. And YouTube's the barrel, but we're the fish. I mean, some of these guys do this as a career. Some of these guys get on here and make videos for you as a job. And their jobs are now going to be taken away from them. Their careers are going to be taken away from them. Their ability to make content that they enjoy is going to be taken away from them. So, I'm going to put a link to the petition, which already has like 800,000 signatures on it. Shooting for a million before December the 8th. And then I'm going to put a link so that you can comment directly on the FTC site on the bill law in question. Okay? Because they're asking for comments. They want comments on how this is going to hurt creators. This is how people are going to react to this, and they want us to give them feedback. Now, they have come out in the past couple of days and made a few additional comments, but that was garbage. I read not only the law, which is nonsense, because there's stuff like if you say cool or awesome or radical or duh, kids' content. If you have bright, flashy colors or moving animations or stuff like that, it's a bunch of nonsense. They're trying to dictate what kids' content is, and then say if that video collects data and data of minors, you're liable for it. When YouTube does not give us the ability to limit what content gets what data taken, which is, I don't know, I don't want us to have that control, but at the same time, it's probably about time we do have control of what data our pages, our channels that we are creating collect. It's probably time that we have control of that. And I don't want to necessarily say that we should be liable, but at the same time, we're just making content, and YouTube is getting to decide what data gets collected. And I'd hate for other people to get hurt because YouTube decided to collect the wrong data, and the creator becomes liable because YouTube decided we need this data. It sucks. And YouTube's still working on it. They say they're trying to determine what the system should do. But I don't know. It's gonna be tough. But we're gonna continue on. That's what this channel's about. We're here together. We're gonna continue playing games together. The schedule's still the same, so no worries there. I don't plan on shifting any games in or out at current unless I just get word from on high, hey, don't do this, don't make this content. Some games for the future. If you would, down in the comments, post some games that you'd like to see on the channel, that you'd like to see me play. If I get enough comments and I get sort of the correct response, from enough people, I'll put it up and tell you, and I'll update again and tell you guys this is coming or that's coming. Also, I'm making movie reviews. I've seen 2 really good movies here in the past 2 weeks, and while I was sick, I wrote up a few analysis points for doing some movie reviews, and I'll post those up soon. But as it sits right now, it's going to just be random whenever I feel like it. But once you guys give me some other ideas for stuff you want to see on the channel, I'll make sure to post another vlog and tell you what's coming. One game I'm thinking about and really kind of excited about is Monster Hunter World. Iceborne is apparently, amazing. Monster Hunter World was a great game. I still enjoy it from time to time, and I've been looking for a reason to play it again, and the channel is the reason to play it again, to show you guys. And I'm gonna start over, start from 1, and I mean, I'm giddy to play it again, but that won't come about until I finish up something. Until one of the other things on the channel is just finished, okay? And I might even take a breather and have a break of like it's at 5 right now. You know, it's 5 games. I might let it shrink a little bit and stay shrunk for a little bit and then grow it back, okay? Because I don't, it hasn't been too bad making all this stuff. Because I can make, like, I can spend 2 to 3 hours making videos for one game, and then I have that for every time it comes back around. Um, and then I can just kind of stagger when I record, and that gives me a stack of things for like Doom, and then a stack of things for Secret of Mana, and then a stack of things for Bioshock, and then a stack of things, and a stack of things, and that gives me the ability to like, oh, I need one off the top from all of these for this week, and then one off the top for the next. So it's like it's not so bad. It really isn't a bad system for going forward. Um, I plan on kind of continuing that way, maybe shortening it and going, well, 4 is good enough for this week, 3 is good enough for this week, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep you guys getting content every week and not just one video a week. That seems hard to stomach. I'd like I'd at least like, I'm getting my tongue twisted up. I'd at least like to get 1 to 2 a day. I'm sorry, I said that even wrong that time. Let's try that a third time. I'd like to continue with 1 a day, and if I need to, doubling up and doing like 1 a day, but doing some of them like twice a week instead of doing 1 game a day and then doing 5 days a week with a different game and doing 5 games. Maybe do like 1 game Monday, Wednesday, 1 game Tuesday, Thursday kind of deal. But for right now, as all of my social media and everything says, schedule's going to stay the same. Schedule's good. I don't feel burnt out by it. As a matter of fact, I feel energized by it. It gives me that sort of project, schedule to have things done, and it gives me the space to continue making it. And feels good. Feels real good. Feels real organized too, which works for me. Because still taking mom to therapy, still have my responsibilities, still have a lot on my plate with writing and with everything else. Because I'm writing a book, if you didn't know. Been working on it for about a year now, and it's coming along. Making decisions, making character choices, making events, just slow plugging along, trying to make this book happen. But that's for a different video and a different day. So I've kept you long enough. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, make sure you leave a like. Make sure that you guys subscribe so you know what I'm doing. So you can see my video updates other than Secret of Mana, which I'm this week hoping to get at least one of those movie reviews out. Maybe 2, maybe 3. I don't know. I like making videos. Anyways, I will see you guys on our next Adventures Dungeon Dwellers. Till then.